It would help if I unmute. Good morning. St. Jolene, number one in the chat, number one in our hearts. What's going on, Disastrous Tacky? I popped a link to Tacky's channel, Taki's channel in the live stream. Be sure and go and give her a subscription as well. Grey Worm, welcome. There's also a link to Grey Worm's channel in the chat as well. Snow Goose is here. Welcome, Mr. Goose. Recently retired Mr. Goose. Congratulations on the retirement, on the purchase of a new home. Although I do not envy you sitting on a folding chair until your furniture has moved in. Car, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Option 3 for the win. Right. So it's been a bit. I don't know. I just haven't been in the mood to stream. You know, there's 30 other people streaming KvKs. There's 40 other people putting out tier list content, and Apple, that son of a bitch, he kind of took my time slot. So let's blame Apple. Okay, everybody blame Apple. But he just got done with his 24-hour birthday stream. So I figured it was a good opportunity to stream today. I miss you. Certain people. Most of the people in chat here, I can honestly say, yes, I miss. You always know where to find me, on my Discord, right? Same place Jolene posts feet pics. Tier list content sounds new and amazing. No sarcasm in that statement, right? But we're geared up here for a couple of hours. We've got the tablet plugged in. We've got the capture card ready to go. So once we get closer toward the pass opens, we will fire up that dual streaming, dual channel, split screen, whatever you want to call it, fun. Yeah, I don't know what Apple was doing with all those costumes. My God. What were all the costumes he wore in those 24 hours, right? I remember Caesar. I remember the Arabian Pimp. I remember, I don't know if it was a cheerleader with the red dress. He came out as Apollina in the aerobics spandex, right? What else? I'm missing one. I know I'm missing one. Nah, that was not any prince or anything like that. That was, he had all those gold chains or fake gold chains on. I'm calling him the Arabian Pimp. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Mr. Kappa Phoenix. Love it. Thank you. Oh, yep, Cleopatra. He dressed as Cleopatra, right? Well, okay, he calls it an Egyptian. I'll call it Cleopatra. He looked very much like Cleopatra here. Not gonna lie. He missed out on The Little Mermaid. He missed out on Wonder Woman. I did tell him after he got some sleep to please contact me. I needed to have a heart-to-heart with him because the vast majority of the outfits he had on during that stream were dresses, right? They were female outfits. Yeah, Forza. Yeah, and welcome. It's good to see you, Forza.
You must feel the force around you.
So, Forza, we got 3 in already. We got Svart, we got Lelia, and we got Viz. Orion is also coming, that 220 million, 20 billion kill point whale. But he is waiting until MG is over. He wants to get top spot in that kingdom before he migrates over. And I mean, for a whale to migrate, right, the difference is only 2 passports. And then Josh is coming as well once migration opens up. So that is, I think, right at about 23 and a half hours from now. Forza, when you streaming? You get bullied enough by your wife. You should be able to take it from a live stream. You can always mute them, Forza. Percent AP in training. I can't do a damn thing. I'm done. I'm done for today. I cannot do a damn thing. My MG points limit is 7 million points, and I'm at 6.994. Maybe I can grab a level 1 gem node, right? But so yeah, I mean, news, of course. 1960. Leadership decided to call it quits. Cortex is going to be the new king in 1960. A lot of those players have migrated. From what I understand, 1606 got a handful. 1316 got a handful. So we will see what the future holds for 960, what the future holds for Carr himself. I did contact him, Jolene. I said the door is open should he wish to come here. So he knows he's more than welcome if he decides to leave that kingdom, or whatever Carr does, I'm going to support because I consider him a friend. So if he decides to stay, outstanding, as long as he's still having fun at the game. If he wants to come here, even better. If he wants to migrate to a different kingdom, that's his call, as long as he's having fun playing this game still, and he continues to jump on our live chat and help us make good decisions with commanders, with talent trees, etc. It's all good in my book. If he doesn't go to 1029, I'm going to kick his ass. Yeah, that's between you and Carr. Spousal abuse is a crime, right? Spousal abuse is a crime, but what happens in your room stays in your room. What's going on, Arblade? I did. I set you up earlier. I did, but we have it live on stream. I did. I'm going to have to rewatch that stream and find that and clip that, though, and turn it into a short. I think Forza's just enjoying life now. Right? And Forza's a good friend as well. We're going to support him in whatever decision that he makes. You can never, ever replace a player like Forza. You can only, reload and hope the next bullet in the barrel is going to do some damage also. And Forza may not be entirely gone. I have never, ever, ever used pilots on my account, but I told Forza if he gets the itch and he wants to jump on while I take a 2 or 3 or 4 hour nap during KvK, I'm more than happy to let him play on my account. He is one of the very few people that I would ever say that to. Hey, yep. I'm always hanging out with Apo. But welcome, Captain. It's a pleasure to have you here. You subscribed already. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. Luxta, what's good, my friend? So for those that don't read my YouTube comments, posts, whatever you want to call it, I posted several places, but I wanted to get a group of people together, get them on voice, and discuss the state of the game. What improvements we think need to be made, what enhancements need to be made, what changes need to be made. I will read you directly from my channel exactly what I posted there. just a second here to bring it up on another monitor. And this is still valid, right? I have pretty much in mind who's going to come and join us. But I am looking for several individuals to take part in a podcast where we discuss changes we feel are needed for this game. Part of my daily job is to work with development teams and write business requirements. My goal for this podcast would be to document changes that we are seeking and our vision of what the game would look like if those changes are implemented. I want this to be a non-toxic discussion with open-minded people who can express themselves and present their ideas in a way as not to put Lilith or their development team on the defensive. If this is something you are interested in, please DM me directly on Discord. Please understand if there is a large response, you may not be selected, but you can certainly join the live stream and provide your opinions as well. So Luxta is one, Apocalypse Gaming is one, and then we've got some other, I had at least 20 different people contact me. The problem is I don't want too many people from a single kingdom. So we'll go with that. We'll go with that for now, and bring in a couple more for that podcast, hopefully next Sunday. Yeah, no nuggets. Right, here's Forza gonna start vlogging. You know, the thing is, I want people with open minds that can discuss things rationally. And I see way, even in the content creators Discord, I see way too much bitching, too much complaining. We're all guilty of it, right? I see way more bitching and complaining than presenting of ideas. And if people don't agree with an idea, and people don't put forth ideas because other people then tear them to shreds, there's no discussion, there's no, it's always, oh, your idea sucks, mine's better, right? So I really want to create a place where smart people can come together and have those discussions. So we'll hopefully do that next Sunday. I'm going to start messaging people tomorrow to see if they're available at a given time. Everybody misses Jen. We don't miss Forza. I miss Forza too. Come on. Exactly, Arblade. Exactly. No, I'm not calling you out specifically, Grey Worm. I mean, I do it myself, right? I get pissed off. I don't think through a post. I go in there and I just post it. Right? And I think that Content Creators Discord has gotten away from its true intention in the beginning, which was for people to have discussions about how to make this game better. The developers or the community managers don't even respond to half of the stuff in there. It's like they just ignore it. And pilots will definitely be something that we talk about during that podcast. I have decided on a name for it too. It will be called, and we may only need to do it once. We may need to do it once a month. We may need to do it more frequently, but we'll start out with once and see how it goes. And the name that I decided on was the Commander's Table. This cosmetic event. Oh, I couldn't agree more. This is absolutely ridiculous. Right? If I wanna buy this stuff, you gotta spend clams. Or you gotta spend. This is where I got mine. I just got a couple things in here, but where's the? There you go. None of these bundles give you gems. None of these bundles give you speed ups. You're paying $99. You're paying $100 for 25 first purchase 50,000 clams to get what? Cosmetic skins? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You know, I get it. Some people want to look pretty, but those don't give any stats whatsoever. Yeah, I got a couple things with the free stuff. Well, not free stuff, because I did the 50% off. We got the trees, and we got the chat, but I'm not spending money on this. Yeah, I get it, Saint Charlene. You got to look good, but you don't go out and buy a new Lamborghini because you got to match your shoes. Stitchy, what's going on? Yeah, and I'm sorry, I thought many of these type themes were going to be specific to VIP players, to SVIP players. I mean, that's what the SVIP shop is for. Now that exclusivity is gone. So I'm not spending on this. Right? Oh, a lot of people will buy it. And what were you saying in Apo Stream Disastrous? People were saying they spent $400 on it to get that, to get those, everything. Up to $700 I saw, I think, in there. Ridiculous. And why do I want a friggin' jellyfish rolling around my city? If it was, let me just get all set up here. If it was something like fire or lightning, you know, smoke, something that looked menacing, yeah, maybe, but a jellyfish swimming around my city, no, thank you. Now that's gonna look, a jellyfish might look nice, but what has it got to do with this game at all? I mean, seriously. Oh, no signal from Elgato. Stand by. All right, maybe we got to start the scene over again. There we go. Ah, shoot, wrong button, sorry. Oh, yeah, there's lots of people who are going to spend on it, and they're going to do it again and again and again to get the money. I mean, it's a business. I completely understand that. And if you can make bank on those cosmetic skins without giving up gems or speed ups, so people still have to buy those also. So 59 is where? They're up here, right? We're going to make Fire Camp and their allies the blue and orange color. Alright, and I will fix the screens here. It looks like they not quite in sync with each other. Or maybe they are. They're just overlapping a bit. There we go. That looks a little better. Not a big black line there. Some of the, if I understand it correctly, some of those cosmetics are only temporary also, right? So let's look at how we're laid out here. It is... Is it left versus right? It's gotta be, right? Yeah, I think I got a 3-day one in there, but it's like, come on, seriously? Thanks, Josh. Uh-oh. Grey Worm is calling you Pookie Bear. Are you cheating on Mad Mania, Josh? Grey Worm calling you Pookie Bear? Jolene, where's my hoodie? Stitch doesn't forget Jolene. Luxta purchased one of the last 2 Mad Mania Sucks t-shirts out of the shop. There is one left. Those were limited stock of 20. So if you have not picked up your Mad Mania Sucks t-shirt, now's the time to do it. One left. And those are sold at cost. I don't make a dime on those. That said, if they ever do a meetup in London that Mad Mania is going to, I will send Rise of Kingdoms 20 of those t-shirts in various sizes to pass out at the meetup. That would be friggin' hilarious. Mad Mania walks into a London meetup and there's 20 people wearing Mad Mania Sucks t-shirts. Right? Nice, Grey Worm. We got 3 or 4 people going. Captain Stinkfist was confirmed. I think Raz and Burgundy are waiting for their confirmation. I think maybe Ape and Mester King wanted to go too, or Mester King did. Disastrous wants you to do a hot tub stream, Grey Worm. I don't know. That's kind of sketchy. I haven't reached the goal, so there might not be a, what happens if they don't reach the goal? They'll cancel it? I did a GoFundMe to get to the meetup. Oh boy. Oh, that's a good idea, Jolene. A car snowflake t-shirt. That's a good idea. Let me write that down. Yeah, if you want to send something on Discord, feel free. Just do it, Lambo. What, you gonna buy one, Jolene? Let me hit the store since my hoodie is never gonna arrive. Last night, you know, I often joke that I have no life. But last night, Bad Queen, Georgie from 2377, myself, Josh, Snow Goose, Redline was there. We were all hanging out on Discord, just watching Apo stream together and laughing our asses off. It was a blast. Nice. Nice, Captain. You know, my problem is if I went to Amsterdam, I'd get in trouble. Holy crap. So yeah, check out Grey Worm's channel. I posted the description earlier, right? He's trying to raise money to get to Amsterdam. $500 to do a Chisgo cosplay stream. $500 to cosplay as King Schmuck. $750 to cosplay as any Rock Commander. And I can't tell, how many zeros are there? That's what, $100 million for him to do an inflatable hot tub stream? That's a bit rich. I'd do it for $1 million. Hotcakes, buttermilk pancakes. Yeah, Stitch got a hat when he was here in Oshkosh visiting. Placed an order on your. Ooh, what'd you order, Josh? What'd you order? What's up, Leo? 69, you mean 29? Oh, 69 likes. I get it. We're at 26, we're getting there slowly. So here's my take on this KvK, right? I heard from people, 1846 is losing. They didn't do good at past 7. They didn't do good here. If 1846 is losing this KvK, it sure doesn't look like it to me. They had the balls not to fill this zone with flags, right? Which is fine. I have had discussions with other people about this. We generally don't fill a zone like this with flags. As long as you're within 3 or 4 flags of any fort drop, you can generally take it down. There's Mad Mania.
You're an inspiration for bird control.
Yeah, the split screen doesn't bring up the graphics, so we'll go back to this. There we go.
You're an inspiration for bird control.
There we go. Yeah, if I was voting in my own poll, I would say 1846 wins. And that's no disrespect to these other kingdoms. That's just, 1846, right? Oh, Josh bought the last Mad Mania Sucks t-shirt in the shop. Oh boy. Hang on, I'm trying to find the soundbite.
Oh, shots fired! Oh!
Mad Mania calls Carr a fake whale. Carr calls Mad Mania a fake king.
Oh, shots fired! Oh!
If I meet him, I have to wear that shirt. So, it was Paranoia and Wazi, who are both in 1029. They're good friends. They took a picture. They're both wearing the Mad Mania Sucks t-shirt. They took a picture and posted it in the 1029 Discord. The sad thing is I don't make any money on that, and that's my best-selling t-shirt. So I think Josh just got the last one that I'm selling at cost. I'll probably throw it back in there with a slight markup. And if there ever is a meeting, like I said earlier, if there ever is a meetup in London, then Mad Mania is going to hell, even if he's not going to it. I will send a Goose 20 of those t-shirts to pass out. Sure did, Josh. Yeah, we got 2 more migrants coming in as soon as migration opens in a little less than 24 hours. Josh is coming to 1029, and so is Orion, a 220 million power player, 20 billion kill points, and over 100,000 deads. And he's well, his account's not as old as mine, so yeah. Thank you for the $1 tipped, Josh. Appreciate you. Mad Mania sucks. What's up, Solar? Going well here. Hope you're having a good day. You know, and like I said earlier, right? You can never replace Forza, the person or the player. But we're doing our best to try. You know, we lost a couple other players. JPJ is taking a break from the game. Animal needed a break from the game, so he migrated back to his old kingdom that he left like 6 KvKs ago. So, and of course Forza is retired from the game. So we lost a few good people. You know, the problem is not 1029. The problem is the matchups that we seem to get. So we'll see. I think all the players we're bringing in don't have as many kill points as combined, don't have as many kill points as Forza had. So we'll blame the bad matchups on Forza. Blame Forza. Hashtag blame Forza. I hope he's still watching.
Mad when I meet you, I'm wearing that shirt.
Mad when I meet you, I'm wearing that shirt. Nice. Nice. No, the buffing has started on the 846 side. Yep. I just needed to move the screen on the tablet. Sorry about that. .359 has a slight edge on the pass, I would say. Ever so slightly. Oh, it took some of these 846 marches a second to get in position there. Passes down. All right, let's watch the screen go crazy with random teleports. Don't see any. See any yet? this area. This is where the first touches will be on the bottom. Mad Mania. Are you high, Mad? Thank you very much for that C note, Mad Mania, but that is not necessary. I appreciate it, of course, but goodness gracious. Oh, was that Josh? With the tip? With Mad Mania's name? Okay, I don't know, guys. Either way, I appreciate it. Mad is a sleeping kraken. I don't know, either that or he was pimping last night. Yeah, this one player did not really disrupt the marches too badly. I don't know what this guy thinks he's gonna do there all by himself. He's outnumbered like 50 to 1. There we go. We're about to clash on both sides.
Fight!
You gave Apple. Are you kidding me? Would you win the lottery? '59 car says 59 captured the pass faster because of Boudica and Herman, alongside 2 HQ and Nevsky marches. That. Yeah, we'll have to try that. We've never used Boudica Herman. Thank you for the tip car. Oh, did I miss a joke? Matt is a pimp 1000%. Yes, if you're interested in Mad Mania services, check out grannyongranny.com. I don't know if that's a real website. I was just joking here, okay? Please, YouTube, don't demonetize me. Sad face city on both sides. $49 seconds on that flag. Oh my god, why is it not loading? Come on. A minute on this flag, so it looks like 46 will get their flag drop first. Pretty even fights thus far. I don't see as many sad faces on the top though. More of the back and forth bullshit. Get that next flag down, BIA. Oh no, get that next flag down. There we go. Oh, they're not going to touch tips right away? Matt is buying all of us Mountain Warfare in the next KvK? That's fantastic. I love it. I love it. He said he was buying it for somebody. I forget who. Our next KvK, Josh has challenged Apo. Not to who gets the most kill points in the KvK. Right now, Apo is ahead of Josh by, what was it, Josh? About 1 million? Or 1 billion kill points, roughly. The bet was Josh will finish the KvK with more kill points overall than Apo does. So we'll see. We'll see. Apo's not here, so I'll throw him under the bus, right? If he loses, he's got to do a hot tub oiled upstream. If Josh loses, he's buying Apo a Mountain Warfare. You guys are awfully generous today, Jolene. Thank you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. My next Mountain Warfare is almost purchased right there between Jolene and Mad Mania. And Josh stuffing the $1 bills in my shorts. What's up, horse? Forget, is it Pro? Or is it Pro? That's it. Right there. Pro Kingdoms. So Pro Kingdoms is one of the 2 websites that I use to track stats. Live stats in KvK. Pro Kingdoms is a place to be. Force and his team did a fantastic job with that website. We'll certainly be checking it out later in this Kingsland. So if you have not checked out Pro Kingdoms, there is a link there in the description. Do it. Do it. Look, all the sad face city there. I feel like I don't need to explain Kingsland to many of you, right? But how you start in Kingsland is very, very important. Getting those teleport spots so your bigger players can teleport in is crucial. These overlapping flags, yikes. Why? Why? Oh no, this flag also? No, I'm sorry. Understand why we have overlapping flags here. I'm not a territory guy, but moving flag on the right screen. Swarm it down, guys. Swarm it down. Look at all the red marches. That's just silly. I don't think they wanted do flags yet. I think, first person to touch the ziggurat wins, right? Just confused because all these guys have to do is get a flag built here. One flag, this is gone. Sure, they can back build a little bit, but I understand why everyone races to the zig. Wishing well event, absolute trash. I phrased it this way earlier, right? You don't get gems in those bundles, you don't get speed ups in those bundles, you don't get resources in those bundles, you get VIP points in those bundles. But to me, buying those bundles would be the equivalent of going to a car dealership to buy a brand new car to match a pair of shoes you're wearing. Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me. I get it. Cosmetics are very important to many people in this game. People who aren't VIP, SVIP don't have those backgrounds. But yeah, at the end of the day, I don't feel like it provides good value. And there are much better places where a person could spend their money to actually improve their marches, their equipment, their armaments, etc. Now, maybe if some of those cosmetics gave you buffs, right? 2% march speed or 3% attack, then I might have a different opinion, but just crazy. Now, I did get some clams, not through the bundles, but with gems that I already had. I've got the trees and I've got the chat over here. Heard of synchronized swimming? This is called synchronized teleporting. Yeah, and my other thought on that, Solar, right, is those backgrounds, those various things that it gives you, those were exclusive for SVIP. Now everyone's going to have it. So the exclusivity for SVIP players to have those backgrounds, that's gone. Doesn't make me feel special. Not the Mad Mania special where you wear a bicycle helmet and ride the short bus. But it doesn't make me feel special. My mama always told me I was special. I mean, the jellyfish, I don't understand the jellyfish. It might look nice on this boat skin or that new archer skin, right? But I would much rather have fire going around my city or lightning crashing down on the city or, smoke. Something that looks intimidating, not a jellyfish. Yeah, there are differences, Grey Worm, but far. Says 46 has performed poorly thus far. 2359 rebuilt nicely. They were close to disbanding 2 years ago. I mean, I guess if cosmetics are just not something that's overly important to me. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting to move the tablet on the right side. What do I still? Oh, these are from the prior KvK. Oh my, look at all those sad faces. What the heck? Good Lord. 846 players have teleported in, obviously. Oh, they're going to cut them off up here, it looks like. The race is right here. What's going on up top?
No more consequence, only evidence. I'd walk through fire just to be understood in my own neighborhood.
33 seconds.
No one
29 minutes. Doing a good job blocking builders from getting in there.
where I can seem to feel at home. I don't know where I'm coming from. Someplace that I belong. In a time for me,
Not for long though.
I recall when I could be it all.
Why is no territory touching yet? Come on, where's the fun in that? I don't think anywhere there's territory touching yet.
Here we are, missing out on everything good in life. No remorse, wasted doubt. Well, we were not meant to strive.
Underwhelmed with Shapur? No, I like him. I think he is an excellent rally commander. I used him in Ark of Osiris against 2267 last week Sunday, and he performed really well. Is it an absolute game changer? No, but I think it's better than other Archer rally commanders that were out there. I was using ZL Ash, now I'm using Shapur Ash. Uh-oh. Say bye-bye to this flag, CB. Maybe not. Swarmers by that flag. Get them there quick. 90 seconds. seconds. Get your swarmers there. Go, go, go. Well, I mean, when Chisher Juan comes out and he's absolutely game-changing, you know, I think many people then expected the Archer Rally Commander to be absolutely game-changing as well. I think against Hera or any commander with the shield, it's going to perform tremendously. We're going to have tips touching here as well. 17 minutes, 4 minutes. Finally, we're going to see some flags go down. PT Cyborg. Good God, imagine being 1 billion power. 8 seconds. Get ready to swarm. Go, go, go. Swarm it. It's gonna hurt. There's an Eleanor in there, but swarm that shit down. They're yellow. Pull off. Let somebody else in. Oh, did they stop? Don't stop. Oh, you're kidding me. You've got 50 people there. Swarm that flag. Yeah, it's gonna hurt, but this is Kingsland. Come on. It's gonna get built now. Minute 30 and 19 minutes. I hope 846 can show them how it's done. Amen. Go, go, go. Well, that's a moral victory for that alliance. They deleted. Did they delete a flag? I swore there was a flag right here. They deleted it. That's how it's done. See if we can't get a few of your memberships here. Crack, Evil Clown, Bunny, Fasal. Nope. No George, no Solar, no Grey Worm, no Josh. Next time you see Josh, ask him about swarming your Eleanor. Is that secret sex code for something? Swarming your Eleanor? Or are we talking in game? Sometimes I get confused. That's how it's done. Plug your ears. Here it comes. I tried George. I tried Josh. I tried Solar. Okay. I thought you had a secret language. Oh, they did finally get the flag down over here. Very nice. That deserves a opera clap. Watch 1239 KvK. Is that a big one? Good God, look at all those kingdoms. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 6, 6, 6, 6. Good Lord, man. I don't know. I don't know. You guys got some weird love triangle going on there. It has to do with feet, so I'm gonna stay out of it. All right, Vito, where are we going here? Looks like there's only fights. These are the only fights. I'm not gonna lie, this looks kind of boring here. Pass blocked already. Car's like, what the hell's going on today? Another. Oh, that was the 1846 building flag. Oh, yep. 846 wins. They're going to touch the zig first. Congratulations. Generally, school around here starts the very last week of August, first week of September. At least when my kids were going to school, that's when it started. I don't like that font. That's too big. Better. What are you studying, Solar? See, this is why I don't like seeds. These are doing absolutely nothing here. They're not contributing to the field or the flight at all. Computer science with a minor in Spanish. My daughter graduated a year ago. Major in geology with a minor in Spanish. Yo no comprendo mucho. El perro sabe más que tú. I can do numbers and I can do a few letters in the alphabet, but that's it. That's real late, it seems like, Carl. I like to start stressing earlier rather than later. I don't know, 846. Their numbers are kind of bleak here. Problem with that is you'd be stressing all year. Yep. There's certain things that are always out of your control, so it's hard not to stress. Hey, I never went to the university and I'm making a fairly decent living. Does it? Thank you, Thanos. No, we We got the tablet over here. Do the capture card, and we got the PC over here. Yeah, I feel like 10, 15 years ago, employers were looking for college degrees more so than they were that work experience and logical thinking. I think it's kind of shifted. I have 20 years experience in my industry, and you can't tell me that an employer would not hire me over somebody fresh out of college with a business degree. Maybe they would, because I'm old. And they know I'm going to retire in 10 years, but not something I ever looked at when I was hiring people. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of jobs that AI is just going to take over. But I don't think it's ever going to replace a plumber, an electrician, a car mechanic. I'm trying to push my youngest son into, one of those trades. Go to a 2-year school or you apprentice for a period of time. I mean, they have 3D printers now that can print fucking houses. Everything you learn at the university is theoretical. Students aren't equipped with the skills for the real world. Yeah, and maybe some degrees are different. I always thought I would retire when you hit 30, but you're still working. You just got to find that right sugar daddy, St. Jolene, and I think his name is Carr, and he lives in Great Britain. I was waiting to see the reaction on that one. I think St. Jolene might have just vomited in her mouth a little bit. Or she unsubscribed and ran like hell. So I'm not a territory guy. Maybe someone can explain it to me. I always wonder why once everyone touches the zig, the fighting generally shifts up to the top here. I don't necessarily always understand why when you can cut off their flag lines by building across the bottom here. Star is a baby, not a daddy. So they just back flag on the bottom and fight on the top, huh? I'm sorry, I should specify. They back flag near the passes and they fight by their zig. Alright. See if we can find some stats on Pro Kingdoms. All right, thus far we are live here. $4 billion. Let's look at the camps. That's what I'm more interested in, is the camps. 2359 with 135.9 billion KP. Uh-oh. Did the stream start buffering? That's funny. Just me. Okay, it was just my YouTube. 1846 with 100 billion kill points. 3379, 846 billion. Not too shabby there. $12.39 KvK. Are you trolling me again, Victor? Something happened there besides the past fight? Is this like a 7 versus 1 or something? Just the difference in kill points is crazy. Big Creamy, Fashionable of the Year. Not all snowflakes are equal. Y'all got me confused. Which, confusing Lambo, is not hard to do on a Saturday when my brain is shut off. I think my wife and daughter left. My wife was talking today about being bored and the summer's almost over and she wanted to go have fun. I told them to go to the fair. My idea of going outside to have fun would be sitting in a boat in the middle of the lake with nobody near me with a fishing pole in the water. I don't even care if there's bait on the hook. My wife's idea of fun is bungee jumping or jumping out of an airplane. No, thank you. I'm right there with you, Jolene. Although, what's the temperature here? Well, it's 76 Fahrenheit, which isn't bad. It's just all the Canadian wildfires are blowing smoke right down. The air quality is absolutely poor. So 74% battery life on there. Nice. I'd much rather go outside in the winter than I would in the summer. I don't mind snow blowing the driveway. I don't mind anything in the wintertime. Summertime, no. When my youngest son finally moves out of the house and I gotta start doing the lawn, I'm buying a riding lawnmower. One that goes about 70 miles per hour so I don't have to stay outside long. Bit of fighting up here too, not a lot. watching that on the other screen. Hello. Numbers look fairly even. Euro. Thank you, St. Julian. Thank you again. And no poop emoji, so that's a good thing. All going. Well, like 79 has got more territory here. Yeah, first of all, that's to their advantage. Couple people here with the jellyfish circling their city. A little too late. I don't know if they're going to save that burn. Fire? Yep, burning. Plug your ears. Here it comes. My take on the 1960 new I like Cortex. I think he's a good guy. I hope it works out well for them there. You know, the old night it's a new day for 1960. We cannot expect to see the same things 1960 did in the past with the new 1960. But it's nice that somebody stepped up. Somebody said, yes, I'll take R5, and is willing to continue in that kingdom, and not everybody's bailing. You know, but I like Cortex. I think he's a good dude. I think he's smart. He's got prior leadership experience. He's young, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. You know, when you have no wife, when you have no kids, then you can dedicate a lot more time to that leadership role. So Time will tell. Right? What I didn't want to see happen with 1960 is just everybody leave. And there'd be a kingdom out there with, 11, 12 stars on their banner, multiple Osiris League championships, that just goes down to a DC. Where there's just farmers there. So I'm happy that people are going to make every effort to continue to play in that kingdom, whether it's an A seed, a B seed, a C seed, an Imperium. I think it's good. That's my take, sir. What's up, Rave? Yeah, if you're hanging out and you haven't done so yet, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Helps me tremendously. I don't stream very often anymore, but when I do, we just hang out, we chat, listen to some good music, or good music in my opinion. Some people don't like it. Just have fun. That's what it's all about. That's what this game is about. It is a video game after all. We only come for the music? Fair enough. Fair enough. SW's dream has always been to recreate GT 2.0. Now it has come into fruition. The difference is they're getting it for free. Welcome to 60 SW. Is the name actually changing to 60 SW? Or are we just being funny here? Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I think we've already seen some groups of players move out. I think there was a Korean group that went to, 1606? Another group I hear went to 1316. So yeah, I mean, inevitably when leadership changes, there are going to be players that leave the kingdom. But that's true of every kingdom, right? Whenever you have leadership changes, things like that are going to happen. 2377 got a handful too. Okay. But that's just the nature of the game. It's very rare that you see kingdoms that lose a group of leaders and don't have a phase that they go through where, they have to not necessarily rebuild, but retool. I mean, it happened in 1029. After KvK, we had, I think, four of the R4s and our R5 just say, yeah, we're done playing this game. But, not to toot my own horn, but I stepped up as R5. We brought in a group of players, Captain Stinkfist Thunder, several others in his group that helped in the leadership and the retooling phase, and we just kept running, kept moving forward. Absolutely, he's got a hell of a job ahead of him, but he's young, right? So he's got that energy. Koreans left for 77. Okay. They won't be filled. Big shoes to fill. They won't be filled. Yeah, I mean, no, you can't ever replace some leaders, right? And each person is an individual. It's like we can never replace Foresight, right? All we can do is keep moving forward, put our best foot forward, pull up our pants, and keep going. Whining and crying and bitching and moaning about it ain't going to do the kingdom any good. So you just got to find the right people to help you lead, not try and take on all the responsibility yourself, and keep moving forward. Maybe it's leaps and bounds you move forward. Maybe it's baby steps that you move forward. You just got to keep going, keep trying. Absolutely. If one person tries to do it all by themselves, it will become overwhelming. Whether it's MG coordination, gold head events, ARC planning, this new event planning. Recruiting, KvK, territory. You try to do it all by yourself, it's going to get overwhelming. You're going to burn yourself out. The key to any successful kingdom, in my opinion, is having a good group of leaders. And that's the first thing that I would put on my agenda if the same thing happened here, right? Is okay, who can step up, who can we promote, how can we distribute the responsibilities? Josh is sad GT didn't fully disband. He hates GT with a passion. There's some stories there that I feel like Josh needs to tell. One of these days we may do that. Right, Carr. See, the leadership team was still in place. Will succeeded Leffer. Now those leaders are gone, and Cortex's primary responsibility is going to be to try and retain players there and get that leadership team in place that he trusts, that he can delegate tasks to. The R5 should not have to micromanage the kingdom on a daily basis. Josh, do you miss the Eleanor flag sworn? I was supposed to ask you that. So hopefully there are others who want to remain in that kingdom that step up and help. Car for Queen. Hashtag Car for Queen. Plato's there as well. He's got previous experience in 2268, helping in the leadership role. So maybe between the two of them, they can, and I don't know if he's going anywhere. Haven't seen yet. Maybe between the two of them and several other select players, they can regroup, retool, and bring us a new 1960. It'll never be 60 GT again. I think we all understand that. But like Sewell said in his message, right? They're going out pretty much on top. I think the only thing they haven't done is win a Grand Prix, but I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm mistaken. Should have said everyone leaves, no one stays. That was the plan until Cortex stepped up 22 hours later. As for Shinshi 2.0, I believe he's staying. Who's Shinshi 2.0? Plato? Are you calling Plato Shinshu 2.0? Oh, good lord. Explain. I would rather see somebody take over 960 like Cortex is doing than I would see it become a DC kingdom with 12 stars on the banner and all those Osiris League championships. I think that would be a tragedy. Right, 1960 playing as a DC because everyone leaves. Having all those accolades on those kingdom banners. I mean, maybe if Cortex can't right the ship, that's the plan, Solar. Right? You can get a pretty penny for that kingdom. I don't know. There'd be interested parties. Waleed says, "Who cares?" Just talking. Just talking. Rainbow crystal, yeah, true. Rainbow crystal chest. I didn't even think of that. Is there a lot of dead weight in that kingdom car? I always thought it was probably pretty well managed, but it's an outsider looking in. Rise of pilots, yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, pilots are... paid pilots and piloting groups are a problem. In my opinion. You know, and it's sad that many of these kingdoms have that if you can't beat them, join them philosophy. They have a 600 million plus powered deadweight car. Gets who I mean. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a fan of paid pilots or piloting groups that go from server to server to server just piloting. I have no issues with two friends sharing an account, right? Like I said earlier, if Force is retired, but if he wants to jump in and get a taste of the game later, when we're in KvK, hey, he's one of the few people I would ever let play on my account. He can come, he can play, I'll take a nap. And Force is like, yeah, I'll play a couple hours here, a couple hours there. When you get back online, you might be loaded up with gems. And I'm like, no, dude, don't buy anything. That's not what I want. I just want you to have fun and enjoy. Who are you guys talking about now? He doesn't do pilots either. However, an account like his should virtually be online all the time. Okay. That boom boom guy. I'm amazed that he's survived that long. Take a look at the map here. We got flags burning up here. Yes, we got 846 flags burning up here. We got flags repairing here for their enemies. Down here, any flags burning? I can't tell. 846 flag is repairing. There's a rally. Hitting a flag now. Perfect timing. Him and Hatiam played together before 60. Addy brought him over. Boom Boom 3 is definitely a millionaire. He doesn't have time for any games. Yeah, I get it. I get it, right? But if that's the case, don't power up to 600 million power. George says, in my opinion, 5 billion KP not being piloted is better than a 10 billion KP being piloted. It all depends. It all depends. Some pilots are absolute trash and just chase skill points. Some pilots are very, very good and will go and fight with the kingdom for objectives. So it all depends on the player. It all depends on the account. Crazy how people who use pilots for the majority of KvK call others deadweight. What are we talking about now, Victor? Plan was for them to do 1 KvK here, which is a free-for-all versus 93 and 2605, and then migrate back to the roll. They just stayed after that. Can't wait for a new Mephisto drama to happen soon. Now that he bought an account. Oh, which account? Whose account did he buy? They had fun there, enjoyed the gold chest, and decided to stay put. Well, you didn't say gold chest. I'm inserting that in there. Evil clown, yep, it's not easy to keep the gold chest. Speaking of millionaires, it's a different Mephisto. He came back, so Chisgul had content. Mephisto is Cuban. I thought Mephisto was from Australia. There was one point a certain big player I know was all ready to sell the account to Mephisto, and there was an Australian that he was working with. Thank you for the subscription, TVO. There was an Australian he was working with who was going to hand deliver the login credentials on an iPad to Mephisto somewhere in Australia. Are you just talking about the kingdom in general, Victor? Yeah, as I understand it, Solar, he gave his old account to somebody in the kingdom, to a group of people in the kingdom, and they then turned around and attempted to sell it, which is when he refunded everything. That's, at least that's what I was told. That's what I said. saw somewhere. I don't know how much truth there is behind it, but... And I'm not trying to start drama here. Who's gonna get their ass whipped? Oh, that rally's dying before it even gets to the flag. Good God. Oh, Chisgo's Mephisto's biggest fan? Well, how many videos did he get big time views on that whole situation? I found it absolutely hilarious too that somebody renamed their account in 1960 to Chisgo. I laughed my ass off when I saw that. And all the people freaking out thinking it was Chisgo and he was able to migrate before KvK ended. You know, all the conspiracy theories. It's just nuts. All right, let me catch up here. Sorry, I was checking Discord here. Oh, they play Whiteout Survival together on his second. I don't watch Chisgo's second channels, to be honest, but that's good information. And I don't know Mephisto myself, right? But my take on that whole thing was he likes to be the center of attention. Just, again, I'm on the outside looking in. That's just my perspective. Yeah, and God only knows, I would hate to message somebody and have it be their pilot, right, Victor? I mean, it's ridiculous. It's hard to know. That's why I try and stick to Discord when I'm trying to actually talk to the person. Yeah, Chisgo, here's my opinion, right? His first and foremost, his top priority is YouTube. And I get that. 100%. That's his full-time job. That's how he feeds his family. That's how he puts diapers on his kids. That's how he pays his mortgage, his car payments. That's how he pays his bills. Your first priority should always be taking care of your family, paying your bills. So I understand that completely. And that is why many people don't like him, because he puts that first in his life. And I get it. I get it. Do I agree with his style of fighting? Absolutely not. Do I agree with checking reports and recalling troops when yellow all the time? Absolutely not. But everyone plays this game differently. Everyone has a different fighting style. And if reports are what his viewers want to see, then he's doing it to support his family, and I have no issue with that. Nice, Victor. Yeah, I mean, I was in a kingdom with Chisco. Kingdom 1039, White Tigers, way back in the day. He migrated to that kingdom in the middle of KvK 1. Then we had KvK 2, the KvK Solomar was zeroed in. That was against 1093 and at the time 1016 with Drago and Legend Roni. Got absolutely butts kicked. I think in KvK 3, Chisco took a huge group of fighters. Maybe not a huge group, but some of the best fighters in the kingdom, and went to another kingdom. And that kind of left us high and dry for KvK 3. Not saying we would have won it, even if they stayed there. But yeah, they all left, and after that, it was very, very hard. I stuck around with the group to try and help rebuild that kingdom, but nobody wanted to clean up dead weight. Oh, these are our friends. They're going to come back and play this game someday, blah, blah, blah. What's up, New Jack? Absolutely, and that's exactly what I was saying, Wally, right? Do I think a player with his speed ups, his power, his resources, his ability to train troops should constantly be refreshing marches when they're yellow? No, but again, that's his style of gameplay. That's how he's most comfortable. Whatever. What did I say, Car? Did I say 1032? Yeah, 1039. I went from 1207 to 1039 to 1052 to 1029. Yeah, and I mean, everyone plays this game differently. Everyone fights differently. The most successful kingdoms are the kingdoms where you can find a like-minded group of individuals who are going to all fight the same way. And that's why we do interviews here, and that's why it's so important. Right? You don't want to have half of your kingdom pushing objectives while the other half is off chasing kill points. Or you don't want to have, half of your kingdom all sad facing their 7 marches while the other half is recalling the second they hit yellow. And you have to have that same mentality, that same fighting style to move forward in a kingdom. So I completely understand and respect the fact that people have different fighting styles. Not everybody face tanks their 7 marches like I do, and that's perfectly fine. You need people who are going to face tank their 7 marches, just like you need people who are going to do the back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You know, when a push needs to be made, all the players need to be pushing. Right? If the call goes out on voice chat to everybody push, don't recall, then everybody needs to do that. There's a time and a place to recall troops, and it doesn't necessarily mean recalling every time your troops get yellow is the right time or place to do it. Luxta, face tank life. Right? I mean, I'll use this as an example. Oops. Oh, what did I just do? What did I just do? I need to refresh this. Well, we played a KvK against 3303. And I was face tanking every single march. All the time. And those guys thought I was freaking crazy. They thought I was absolutely insane. By the way, here's a channel, or here's the link to Luxta's channel. Please go and subscribe. We are good friends with the players in 3303. Hope to one day be in the same camp with them. They thought I was crazy. And Luxta, he even made a video where he said, no, I understand what Lambo was doing now. You know, by face tanking and pushing your way through the murder ball, you draw half of those enemy marches with you. And then it's easier for the rest of your team to push from behind. You know, and that's how I have fun. I don't care if I get the best trades in the world. But if I'm face tanking, if Redline's face tanking, you know, if players like Orion or Forza are face tanking, everyone else behind us is going to get good trades. And we're going to push the field more than we're going to lose the field. Solar and Josh have a unique relationship. Josh will be here face tanking too, I'm sure. Absolutely. Yeah, and you see a lot of people do that, right? They will send their red march to the back of the enemy murder ball so that people start chasing it. People want those easy kills. I will oftentimes yell at people on Discord, don't chase that red march. Don't let me catch you chasing that red march. Let that red march go as far as it wants into our territory. That's one less march on the field we got to deal with. Just like Ark, right? Fight till they're red, not till they're dead. You yell at people? Yeah, I do. I do. I mean, our Discord gets crazy. We'll have 40, 50 people on Discord voice at any given time when we're fighting. And, you know, the fighting will be going smooth, so everybody will just be chatting about life, this, that, and the other thing. And, you know, a rally will come up on a flag, or we'll have to push a flag or set an anchor, and it'll be hard to get a word in edgewise. So I will raise my voice, and I will tell people to shut the F up, you know, and focus on the game for a little bit. We've got an objective to accomplish. You know, it's great people are on there having fun in the middle of fighting, but, you know, they just need to understand, okay, there's an incoming rally on 3 separate flags. Let's coordinate so that we can handle this. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to go to one screen here because I'm not paying good attention to the other screen. I love hanging out and having fun with these guys. just as much as the next person. I think somebody said it in an Alliance email one time, talking about Lambo yelling and cussing everybody out and 30 seconds later apologizing for it. The only relationship Josh and I have is him calling me a man constantly. I couldn't tell you, Victor. I couldn't tell you. Every single email that comes out about updates, I kind of take with a grain of salt. I've been playing this game long enough where I'm like, okay, I'll believe it when I see it type person. Right? I really think that the one thing that they need to factor, and this will come up when Luxta and myself and Appo and a couple others get together to do a brainstorming session about improvements in the game. I really think they need to factor Crystal Tech into the equation for matchmaking. You know, our last match on paper was even. I mean, if you look at our last KvK on paper, it looks good. And I use this all the time. On paper, McDonald's is a restaurant. On paper, Gordon Ramsay has restaurants. Does that mean they're the same quality? It does not. Right? So they really need to take a look at, okay, on paper, these two kingdoms are fairly even on kills, on deads, on activity, on power. But how many players in Kingdom A maxed their Crystal Tech last KvK? How many kingdoms in Kingdom B maxed their Crystal Tech last KvK? Okay, Kingdom A had 60 players that did it. Kingdom B had 10. Maybe this isn't the best matchup to throw these two kingdoms into. Right? Our last KvK is a perfect example. We could not compete at all with 1188 or with 1316. We didn't even fight against 1316. But 1188, when they had all their Max Tech players on the field against our 10 Max Tech players, they freaking rolled us. You know, they freaking rolled us. There's no disputing that, right? And mistakes were made in our KvK, whether there were mistakes that we feel were made by our ally camp that we were fighting in the same zone with. We had mistakes that we made too. We were not prepared to fight a stratagems KvK, which requires lots and lots of shells and lots of forts. But 1316 and 1188 pairing up with each other, that on paper it looks good, but clearly the rest of the camps, especially ours, was at a severe disadvantage there. But they got to do something with the matchmaking. I think some of the changes that they had in that email, if I remember correctly, I'm like, oh, okay, this could be good. This could be good. This could be good. But in the same respect, you really got to take a cold, hard look at how much each of these kingdoms is spending during KvK and factor that into the equation somehow. Just my 2 cents. I'll get off my soapbox now. Kind of funny when people see a random 9 billion alliance winning versus stronger power kingdoms. Yeah, power means nothing. Power means nothing. Those of us that have played this game for long enough understand this. It's a good idea. The issue is they want to make money, so they feel like if they give KvKs like that on purpose, so people will feel inclined to spend more. I can honestly say, in our last KvK, as soon as 1316 and 1188 allied together, our people spent less than they normally would. Because it was pretty much over as soon as that alliance took place. Lux to oil up. Bring me that bald head. Okay. Are you cheating on Josh again, Mad Mania? Yeah, exactly, Luxta. The lack of transparency on how matchmaking is done is concerning. right? It is obvious, in my opinion, that there are certain kingdoms that either have inside information and understand the exact formula that's being used, and thus can manipulate matchmaking in their favor every time they go into a KvK. And there are kingdoms that have absolutely no clue and just register because, hey, we like this map. Right? So I think we need some level of transparency as to how they determine matchmaking. You gotta find him first before you can rest him on his head, Mad. Hey, Solar, thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate you. So I don't know. My opinion. Everyone's entitled to opinion. That's why we want to get several people together, several smart people together. Myself, Luxta, Apo. Potentially I'm trying to get Mars. Hopefully, I'm going to ask Bad Queen as well. I know King Schmuck has offered to join. Grey Worm said earlier he might be interested in something like that. I've got at least 14, 15 people that have said that they'd be interested in doing a podcast together and getting some written suggestions down on paper for Lilith. We are not, Victor, we are skipping the first pop, which will probably come Monday, and then potentially looking at the second one. Dracul, 25 months. Thank you, sir. Josh, thank you for the euro. Or pound, I guess. You live in the UK, it's a pound. Don't insult me. What's a bender? Look, Josh is flinging his poop at me now, too. Hang on, how's it go? Hang on, let me get some water and take a deep breath. Where is it? There we go. Here's my impersonation. Why, Josh? Why? You always come in here and drop the poop emoji. Why? Why? I don't. And then as soon as you drop the poop emoji, everybody starts dropping the poop emoji. There we go. There we go. Sorry, that was my best impersonation of. There we go. There we go. That was my best impersonation of Apo. I can't do it with the New Zealand accent though. What are you feeling left out for, George? Josh ain't even in this kingdom yet. Hey, you're welcome to join, George. Is it something you're interested in? Vendor's another term for, okay. Yeah, if it's something you're interested in, George, we can certainly do that. I was wondering what the lambskin was. Yeah, we are. We're a retirement farming kingdom. We like to fight for a little bit and then be done. I'm not going to exclude Apo from this type of discussion for the simple fact that he has got a rather large community. A lot of people talk to him. He's got the perspective of being in a brand new kingdom as well that could bring some suggestions to the table. This is looking like a fun fight. Absolutely, Doom King, and welcome. Yeah, your fingers just typed lambskin instead of Lambo, huh? All right, I will send you some details, George. I'm writing your name down now. Potentially looking at next Sunday. I think Saturday is that Pioneer event deal. Do you guys have Grand Prix next week Sunday? Because yeah, part of the job that I do on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, is I document business requirements for a team of coders, a team of developers. So if we can get several smart people together and have a civilized, non-toxic discussion about things that we would want to see change in this game, I will definitely get that all documented and we can submit that to them. We can send it out publicly as well. And part of the reason I want to do this, right, is when I do quit this game, and that's not coming anytime soon. I'm still having fun playing with these guys in 1029. But when I do quit this game, I want to leave some sort of lasting impact on it, right? That people can look back on. Like people look back on Wick Gaming. You know, he's the first content creator that really brought the numbers and the analytics behind the fights into much of his content. You know, love him or hate him, he's the first one that really did that. And when I finally do quit this game, not anytime soon, don't misinterpret what I'm saying. 2 years from now, 3 years from now, to this game is still going on, I want people to look back and say, oh yeah, you know, that's something Lambo did, right? You could leave the account with like 30K flux on it. That would leave a lasting impact. Oh, and your nephew again. Take it easy, Josh. God bless. Good luck. Well, I mean, even eventually, the printing on the Mad Sucks t-shirt, you wash it enough times, it's probably going to wear off, right? I love that one. I love that one. Snow Goose was here earlier too. I forgot to pop his. Where's my 1029 one? There we go. We pop Stitches. Electro King's on vacation. But you know, Electro King does all my graphics, intros, outros, overlays, emojis, you name it, he does it. If you're looking for anything graphics related, you can find Electro King on my Discord. Hit him up. Great customer service, great prices, stand-up guy. Love the profile picture Electro King did for me? Absolutely. bullying emojis too, right? And I get it. I get it. I don't see many people with the member badge on lately because I haven't been streaming lately. I get it. It's all good. Yeah, like there's the car. There's a St. Jolene emoji. There's a Mad Mania emoji. And then I will never remove these. Infantry Simp, Archer Gang, Cavs Rule. We've got Snow Goose. We've got No Pilots. Feet Pics, Dead Weight. Oil Up. That's not Appos. I gave that Oil Up emoji to Appo. And then, of course, Green Bay Packers, Go Pack Go, and Bears still suck. Forza doesn't come around much anymore, but there's Kelly for Jenny. Lipstick Gang, I don't have in here at the moment. But we've got the Juicy Feet Pics. We've got the STFU. We've got TSN. We've got Electro King. And for those crazy Siege March cheeseburger players, Pew Pew. K4J, Kelly for Jenny, that's the best hashtag. Forza wasn't too happy with that one, but hey, it's all in fun. It's all in fun. All right, so that's 846 side. Let's look up at the top since we're no longer doing the split screen, see what's going on up here. I mean, thus far, it looks like a fairly even KvK. I don't see one side with a huge advantage over the other. You know, like many KvKs, the first couple hours, it is generally even in Kingsland. And what's going to determine Kingsland is going to be once these kingdoms start going into their downtime. Which one? The dungeon emoji was the best? Alright, let me leave you on this screen here. Let me hit the head, and when I get back, we'll put the dungeon emoji back on there. I may need to get the aha emoji from from Eppo as well. All right, so you want the dungeon emoji back on here? Is that what I'm hearing here? I forgot where to go to do this. Here? Yep. Memberships. Badges and emojis. Emojis. Alright, what don't people use much? Replace image. I'll catch up in chat in just a minute here. Then we're going to YouTube, we're going to emoji, we're going to Electro King folder. We're adding dungeon emoji, we're saving, we're publishing. It is telling me changes saved. Let's refresh the stream. See if it's in there. There you go. There you go. Ask and ye shall receive. Do not ever say I don't listen to the community. Mad Mania, you're a popular fellow. You've got 2 emojis all to yourself now. Well, maybe we could call it 3. And we still left Saint Jolene and Carr in there. I do think I'm going to call it here, though. I'm quite hungry. I need some lunch. So we're going to call it a day. I appreciate everyone hanging out. I appreciate the donations. St. Jolene, Mad Mania. Who else? Josh, of course. Stitch with a super chat today. Subscriptions from Mr. Phoenix, Captain Phoenix, TVO Gaming. Thank you all. Dracul, 24 months in the Touchdown Club, 25 months in the Touchdown Club. Sorry about that. Thank you all. I appreciate your time today. Thank you for hanging out with me for a period of time. I had fun today. It's kind of renewed my wanting to stream again. So hopefully, no promises. Hopefully we'll be back soon. Definitely look for that podcast. Hopefully sometime next weekend to help brainstorm with us, get documented some enhancements or changes that we want to the game. Thanks everybody for hanging out. We are going to raid Skinsy. He is fighting in this KvK. So when you get there, he's an Aussie player. When you get there, just drop a hashtag shrimp on the Barbie, whatever. In any case, I'm going to put some food in my stomach. Y'all have a great rest of your weekend and a wonderful rest of your day.